Bienvenidos al canal del marketing. Otra vez estamos aquí. Muchas gracias por estar otra vez con nosotros y muchas gracias por venir a la segunda parte de la entrevista que le estamos haciendo a Nicola Selenu. Nicola, bienvenido de nuevo. Gracias por estar aquí. Ya nos hemos tomado el cafecito. Ya estamos más preparaditos, digámoslo así. Hemos ya discutido un montón acerca de entregabilidad. Así que ahora paso al inglés y continuamos la entrevista. Nicola, we have talked about a lot of things about deliverability, a lot of things about authentication, but all this introduction was because the main issue for today, for all of us, is the baby born. Okay, Top Deliverability has launched a product, because at the end it's a product. It's a service, it's a product, but it's something really important. I am not going to say anything because I want Nicola to comment us everything about that. So, Nicola, the idea is tell us the name of the baby, why, and what's the idea, what are the goals of this product, and after you present it and you introduce it, we can continue speaking about it. Okay?
Absolutely. So the product is just named Deliverability at this moment. It has another couple of different names internally, so probably will change, but it's just Deliverability. And it's a WordPress plugin that helps you finally to fix your authentication and deliverability related to your domain if you of course have a WordPress website. So if you have a WordPress website, if you run a business and you're using the same domain name for your email marketing, for example, you need this plugin. So it's a product. Yes, it's absolutely a product. However, it's a free product. So I don't know if we'll ever become anything else, but it's free. So
yes, it's good.
Quite stupid not to use it.
No, but at the same time, it's something free. Is as most of the most of the plugins of WordPress, of course. Of course, there are another ones that are freemium, another are premium, etc., and we can speak about that all the afternoon if we want. But the matter here is that this, as far as I know, I was investigating, and as far as I know, is the first product related with this issue that you are going to comment. But when we were speaking about this at Inbox Expo, cheers for Andrew and Nelly from here. When we were speaking about this, you told me that, let's say, there is a backstage door in WordPress that many people is not aware that is opened, no, and the monster can get inside. So the idea is explain us why deliverability exists, how, what is the idea, and what is doing right now this great plugin that is free and that you can download as from now because it's in the repository of WordPress already.
Yes.
Okay.
So the plugin is first of its kind, and probably it will be the only one to do it because me and a couple of developers that I've been working for many years, we put a lot of effort in this. So and what it does, because that's the question, it allows you to DKIM sign your email traffic from WordPress. So again, what? The idea
that yes, right? DKIM sign.
Let me
many people is
what,
DKIM what?
Yeah, and it's
I have DKIM. The people can say I have DKIM. Yes,
yeah.
When
I was a child, I DKIM. I was no as well. No, yes, that's the thing. Now, the problem is that you need to make sure that all your traffic, your email traffic, is authenticated. Especially when you implement DMARC, and DMARC as we were saying the other, earlier, DMARC is hard to truly implement well, but it's mandatory to BIMI, and it's very important to protect your business and your name, your brand. But one of the main things with DMARC is that you must check all the traffic that is sent in your name and make sure that's authenticated. Now, since it wasn't very easy to authenticate your WordPress traffic, that's the thing. A lot of people just forgot about it, just ignore the fact that there's traffic coming from your own website. And that's a problem, because oftentimes it's the same name used for the e-commerce and other things like that, or even just for sending communication from reach for prospecting, or even just for commercial stuff.
Yes.
And if you don't authenticate that specific traffic, there is a high risk that somebody can impersonating you, because maybe you are not enforcing DMARC either, because you cannot authenticate everything. So there's multiple perspectives here. Maybe you already implemented DMARC, but you ignored that. So that traffic, you don't know why it's landing in spam or it's not landing at all. And the reason is because you are not authenticating it with DKIM. So,
okay, so one question. So,
yes.
Are you telling us that even if I have DKIM, I am sure that I have DKIM, I take a lot of care of everything I am doing with my domain. I am taking care of my list. I am a good boy, doing all my homework, all perfect. But I have an e-commerce that is sending emails to the customers, for example, transactional emails, okay? But that these transactional emails are being sent by WordPress.
Yes.
So, as they are sent by WordPress, they are not signed. That's exactly the idea.
Because you can have a DKIM on the email service provider platform that you are using. So you might have DKIM, with whatever provider you are using, but you should have a DKIM in place in everywhere. So you can have as many DKIM as you want, of course, because of this. Because if you can also use, 3 different email service providers and sending emails from, HubSpot, ActiveCampaign, MailChimp, all of them, you will need 3 different DKIMs for them. But then, if you are still adding traffic, email traffic, it doesn't matter how many emails are you sending, because even if you're sending 10 emails, you want those 10 emails that are being sent from your WordPress website to land in inbox or to land somewhere. So if you implemented DKIM on those email service provider, and because of that, you said, well, now I can implement a DMARC because I have a DKIM in place. Because again, it's about prerequisites. So to have a DMARC, it's important to have at least maybe the DKIM online. So you say, cool, I'll do that. And all of a sudden, all your transactional emails from your WordPress website are not getting through, because DMARC can tell not only with a policy quarantine, put these emails in the spam folder, but if it's rejected, even worse, because it just will be rejected, it will bounce. So that's why this plugin exists. And it's, in my opinion, of course, it might be biased, but it's a very revolutionary plugin, because before this plugin, it wasn't possible to do that unless you were implementing custom solutions or relying on expensive SMTP services. So it was possible, but you had to, do a lot of work, but pay a lot of money.
Much more expensive and not for everybody.
Exactly. What we do, our plugin, it's revolutionary, because it truly it works with basically every WordPress website. It intercepts whatever is being sent as an email internally. It generates the signature, the digital signature that it says, okay, this is truly your email.
and it
attach it to
goes,
the message.
and that's all.
We step back, the message
So
is sent, and then
can we say, Nicola, for example, imagine you know that I am a fan user of Mautic, for example, no? Let's say, for example, in my case, I am sending emails with one provider. It's the same. But I know that most of the times these emails are arriving to the inbox as I want. Perfect. But many people that is in the same position as me, many times is living this situation. When I send the emails from Mautic, they are arriving perfectly. But when I send them from my website, they are not arriving. And those are the same persons that are receiving the email from my own email, the same email, but one is being sent from Mautic and the other one is being sent from WordPress. So this is the reason, or it could be one of the reasons for this situation.
Absolutely, it could be also because of this. Could be also because of your authentication not in place. Also, there are other factors, as we were saying. Of course, there might be some reputation related to infrastructure itself. So, of course, if you're sending emails from your WordPress website, you can't change basically the server IP. So that plays a role. But again, the IP is losing the IP reputation, I would say, is kind of losing importance because authentication is becoming more and more important. So as long as you have authentication in place and you are providing other signals that it's truly you and that you are a good sender, your email is going to land in inbox more likely, at least compared to that if you weren't doing that. So that's the main thing. Authentication is more and more important. It will become even more important. Again, I can see that every day. Every day, an email service provider, a mailbox provider or an internet service provider, so basically whoever provides the mailboxes to the users, announce, starting from next week or next month, we will require a sender to have a DKIM aligned. So aligned means on the same domain. And that's what my plugin does. It allows you to have a DKIM signature on the same domain that you're using. So it's
because at
I
the
think
end
that it's going to be even more important. Even more than what it is now.
Of course, because at the end it's a pity that you take a lot of care of your domain and what you are doing. It's a pity that you are sending emails from one side and they are arriving properly, and without any aim, you are making mistakes, let's say, from the other side. That at the end perhaps if you are sending just a few emails, we can say that perhaps this won't be prejudicing you too much. But what happens if you have an e-commerce that is sending a lot of emails by day, and a lot of those emails are not going to the desired place because this problem? At the end, you are prejudicing the reputation of your domain. That's the problem, no? It's a pity that many people is not aware that this was a big black hole that we have there, and now we have a solution and a way to close it.
Yeah, and let me tell you, this is just one of the things that our plugin does, because everything started with this idea about I want to allow users to DKIM sign their traffic, but then I realized, okay, well, I can do much more than that. So the plugin actually gives you an overview of all other authentication protocols, if you have SPF, DMARC, and it will tell you if there's any issue going on. Again, I put all my experience, 15 years of experience in the space, and I created the most sophisticated check for your authentication. So even if you have everything in place, and even if you don't care about DKIM signing, I get that. By using the domain, you will be able to know if your domain name has a correct SPF, a correct record in the DMARC, or anything else. And we are about to add additional features like checking blacklists, checking the age of the domain, and many other aspects that the anti-spam uses.
Yes, because it's very interesting also because at the end what you are saying is that for example, if you don't know anything about deliverability and you don't understand exactly what are we talking about, in any case, it's also a good idea to install this plugin and check, because it's going to give you a report of what is happening with your domain. So it could be a very good idea, if you don't know what is happening, at least to be aware that you have some problems and that you have to contact a specialist to put solution to these problems. No, so this is a big plus, a big bonus to the main issue of deliverability, of course. So so the baby born don't have only one or two hands; it has 4 or 6 hands. No, it's a big one.
It's a baby with many talents, I can tell you, and
Perfect.
we are working to improving it as well. So it's gonna grow, I can tell.
So, free plugin, Deliverability, free WordPress plugin. You you have it there. So perfect. Everybody knows it's free, is available, is in the repository to everybody. It's not going to perform any problem. And in any case, you have a support or you have a contact any way for contacting your developer team in case they have any issue or something?
Absolutely. Yes, they can reach out through the website deliverability.com or via the WordPress repository.
Perfect.
We want to improve it. So if there's any issues, any bug, whatever, we will take care of it. We really want to have a perfect product. And I'm excited about it. I'm proud that it's already working pretty well. But if something doesn't work, we'll look at it.
Yes, you can fix it. So, friends, well, I don't know right now if I have to speak in Spanish, to speak in English. I cannot speak in Italian, but I will try to. In any case, I think it's a very good news that you are bringing us today. I hope that WordPress community receives this deliverability plugin with both hands, because I am sure about that. I hope you can divulgate this very big good news to every WordPress user and to all WordPress community, because at the end, WordPress is the platform used, the CMS most used to web development. No, so I think that 7 of 10 or 8 of 10 WordPress websites are developed with WordPress.
Yeah, that's the reason why we started with WordPress. I don't want to stop there. I want to do it for
perfect
everything else.
Perfect. Okay, so it is a very good news. I have to thank you very much. I want to thank you very much for coming to El Canal del Marketing and visiting us. I would be pleased to meet you again at Valencia in the next inbox, if it's possible. So Nelly and Andrew, you just know what you have to do. That's all.
Right.
And in any case, we wish you a lot of luck. We want to be completely aware about the development and how this baby born begins to grow, because I am sure it's going to grow. And sure, it's going to be very popular. We are going to promote it as much as we can. Okay? So thank you for coming to El Canal del Marketing. This is your house. You can come here whenever you want. And that's all. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank everybody for watching.
Ok. Amigos, con esto terminamos. No sin antes recordarles, en primer lugar, que no tardéis ni un minuto más en descargar Deliverability, el plugin que hace top Deliverability y que el equipo de Nicola ha puesto a nuestra disposición completamente gratis. Y ya sabéis cómo es el asunto. Hoy es gratis. Si mañana esto se torna un producto súper espectacular, ya vais a llegar tarde. O sea que no tardéis ni un minuto y descargad ese plugin y pasad todo el feedback que podáis, porque seguramente la comunidad de WordPress estará sumamente agradecida. Por nuestra parte, agradeceros a todos haber estado con nosotros y deciros que no os olvidéis de suscribiros al canal, de darle a la campanita y que nos vemos en próximas entrevistas y en próximos episodios. Muchísimas gracias y hasta pronto. Adiós.